Bride tried to charge her own wedding guests 400 rand each for food to cover costs, and told the caterer to refuse plates to anyone who hadn't paid. The caterer said absolutely not. I was hired as a server for a wedding catering company, and about 2 hours before the reception started, the bride pulled our head caterer aside and explained a new plan. Guests who hadn't personally paid a 400 rand plate fee via a QR code she'd added to the invitations should not be served food. Only guests who'd paid should get a plate. Our head caterer, completely caught off guard, told her that wasn't something the catering staff could enforce. We had no way of knowing who had or hadn't paid a private QR fee, and refusing paying wedding guests food at a wedding they'd been invited to was not a policy the catering company was willing to carry out, regardless of what arrangement she'd made with her guests separately. The bride got upset, said, "These people know the fee is required. If they don't pay, it's not my problem," and insisted we ask guests for proof of payment at the buffet line before serving them. Our caterer firmly said no. The contract with her family was to feed everyone at the reception, full stop, and that if she wanted to enforce a payment system, that needed to be handled by her personally, not by catering staff turning people away from food at a wedding. She tried appealing to the groom's mother, who was also confused about the plate fee concept entirely and hadn't been told guests were expected to pay anything. Turns out it was something the bride had set up unilaterally without fully discussing it with the groom's side of the family. And in the end, everyone was served normally. A few guests later mentioned getting a slightly awkward text about the suggested contribution during the reception, which most people ignored entirely. The bride was visibly annoyed all night, but the catering company held firm. No guest at a wedding they were invited to should be turned away from food over an